So I just finished watching the about 9-minute presentation from Sony about the PlayStation 5 Pro. So I want to go over what was revealed here, what they haven't talked about yet, and give you my thoughts on this. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So the presentation was given by Mark Cerny, who is the lead architect of the PS5 console. And he starts by immediately telling us that this presentation is about the PS5 Pro, and then he reminds us of the original specs on the original PS5. And then to go along with that, he reminds us of two options we see in most games today, and that's a performance or a fidelity mode. And you have the performance mode that'll give you a faster frame rate but lower quality graphics, where the fidelity mode gives you the highest graphics but they'll cut down on that frame rate. And an interesting stat here he gave is that 3/4 of people choose the performance mode over fidelity, so they do know that most people would rather have that higher frame rate. So next he goes into the 3 ways that they improved the PS5 Pro, and they called these the big 3. One, it's going to have a larger GPU that's about 45% faster. It also have advanced ray tracing, which could double or triple the speed of ray tracing calculations. And then finally, AI-driven upscaling through PSSR, which is PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. And this is described as an AI-driven upscale that uses machine learning-based technology to provide super sharp image clarity by adding an extraordinary amount of detail. Now, to go along with the big 3 specs given here in this presentation, there were some more added over at blog.playstation.com. And I'll just read through the first paragraph here. It says, other elements include PS5 Pro Game Boost, which can apply to more than 8,500 backward-compatible PS4 games playable on PS5 Pro. This feature may stabilize or improve performance of supported PS4 and PS5 games. Enhanced image quality of PS4 games is also available to improve the resolution on select PS4 games. So it looks like, according to this, that you can get a boost on even some of the PS4 games, but we'll kind of have to wait to see how that plays out. I'm sure we'll start to see some comparison videos about how a PS4 game does on the original PS5 versus the PS5 Pro. And then at the end of this paragraph, they also do add that the PS5 Pro will also launch with the latest wireless technology, Wi-Fi 7, in territories supporting this standard. And then they do say VRR and 8K gaming are also supported, but that was already supported on the original PS5. Now, to go along with the specs, later down in the article, they do say that the PS5 Pro will come with a 2TB SSD and a DualSense wireless controller and a copy of Astro's Playroom pre-installed. And then going back to that presentation, they do show us several games and compare how they ran on the PS5 versus the PS5 Pro. And they mentioned like Last of Us Part 2 pretty much running in like fidelity mode at 60 frames per second. He also mentions on, for example, Horizon Forbidden West that there would be improved lighting and visual effects as well as hair and skin. Now obviously games coming out in the future will have features for the PS5 Pro, but there are some older games that will be getting a free update to take advantage of PS5 Pro features. And these games will have a PS5 Pro Enhanced label within their title. And they give an example of some of the games that will be included, and that's Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Demon Souls, Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Gran Turismo 7, Hogwarts Legacy, Horizon Forbidden West, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, The Crew Motorfest, The First Descendant, and The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. And at the end of the presentation, we finally get a date release for this system, and that is November 7th. Now over at the blog article, they do say that pre-orders will begin September 26th, so if you're wanting to get this system, you'll probably want to put that on your calendar. Now the big question I think most everybody is wondering is how much will this system cost? I know some people are thinking it might come in at $600, maybe $650. But no, it is $699.99, so basically $700 for this all-digital system. Now over at the blog article, they do say that you can buy the optical drive and put that in and get replacement covers when they are available. So to me, that sounds like the current covers that are on that PlayStation 5 Slim, don't call it a Slim, won't be compatible with this new Pro system. Right now, currently, that disk drive over at direct.playstation.com is $80. So if you want a PS5 Pro with a disk drive in it, by the time you pay taxes, you're going to be paying about $800. Now obviously that's going to depend on what the taxes are in your area, but just for example where I live, it would cost $834 and some change to have a disc-based PS5 Pro. So for me, this is just something I can't justify right now. Considering I already have a PS5, I can play pretty much all of the games out there with that system. And I'm looking for the Switch 2 to maybe come out sometime next year, so I'll probably just save back for that system. But if you're a person who doesn't currently have a PS5, this might be something you want to consider. Or if maybe you're looking for a deal, you might have a buddy or maybe look in some of the sales papers to see if people are selling their current PS5 to try to offset the cost for this PS5 Pro. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you willing to pay the $700 price tag plus tax to get a PS5 Pro digital system? Or even add the extra $80 to put the disk drive on there? And if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. It really does help the channel out quite a bit. I want to thank you for watching and be good.